Module 6, Valuing Money.
Hey guys! This last module of this series will be an introductory guide to personal finance. Whether you are a high school student or someone just entering university, or maybe an even older person, you just want to learn a bit more about finances. This module is for you. We are going to go over the basics of the framework that constitutes personal finance and managing your own money. As a student, financial planning is probably the last thing on your mind. School is seen as a time for finding your passion, charting your career path, and of course making friends. But the financial decisions you make in school will follow you through your life for years. Being poor and lacking essential things to use can be part of the school experience. But the smart students turn the financial pain to their advantage by learning money habits that will serve them well for the rest of their lives. School is a great time to learn to live within your means. Even after you learn your dream job, you will still need to spend wisely and live within your means. So school is the perfect time to learn to take control of your personal finances. Take a moment and reflect on this question. I am just a student. Why should I care about money? Write your reflections in your notebook. Use about 90 seconds. You may soon be joining university. This is therefore the right time to start reflecting on how you will cope with your financial situation while at the university. University is a great time to learn how to manage your finances and build habits that will help set the stage for financial success for the rest of your life. With more clarity on your spending and saving habits, you can work towards bigger goals, such as saving money for future milestones, like building your dream house. You should start making smart choices about your money now in order to set up a solid financial foundation for the future. Here are a few things to consider.
One, set a budget. Learning how to set a budget and setting financial goals as a student is important. The idea of mapping out a budget may seem overwhelming at first. Who has the energy to sit down and plan out the finer points of their financial situation after a long day of classes, exams, and other obligations? But it can actually be fairly easy to do. A student budget is a very powerful tool in personal finance. When you create a budget and track your spending habits, you have insight into where your monthly income is going and where you need to cut back. Living on a budget doesn't mean you can never have any fun. It means the fun you do have won't prevent you from paying the bills. Spend some time thinking about all of the living expenses you are responsible for each month. Start with the basic college expenses: tuition, room and board, hostel, or rent and utilities if you're living off campus, textbooks and class supplies, phone, public transportation costs, haircuts, toiletries, and of course, food. When you've made a plan for the money you have, you can rest easy knowing your priorities are covered. Having a student budget of your own to balance your monthly expenses is one of the best ways to learn good financial habits. 2. Track your expenses. The easiest way to stay on top of your finances is to track where your money is going. Regularly take a look at what you've been spending your money on and see where you can make cuts or spend more effectively. You might not realize how much your small daily purchases add up to until you take a look at your income and expenses. Creating a budget is one thing. Sticking to it can be more complicated. The next step is to track your expenses to determine if they match with your real-world experience or require fine-tuning. Tracking expenses by date is also key. For example, if you've budgeted $50,000 for your monthly food budget, but use it up in 2 weeks, you know you'll need to make adjustments. Another reason to check on your expenses is that it helps you catch fraudulent charges to your account early and contact your bank to reverse them.
3. Open a savings account. Lots of people struggle with this, so it is important to start developing this habit early. It's tempting to spend your money fast and then save whatever is left over, but you'll end up limiting how much you save this way. Instead, pay your bills first, contribute to your savings, and then use a little on yourself. In the words of Warren Buffett, do not save what is left over after spending, but spend what is left over after saving. I come again. Do not save what is left over after spending, but spend what is left over after saving. Now that your budget is in place, you can identify areas where you may be able to spend less and save toward your longer-term goals. Here are a few ideas to get you started. Consider switching to a less expensive meal. If you find you regularly have money left in your account. Rent or buy used textbooks instead of new editions at the bookshop. If you find yourself in need of a new laptop for class, try a refurbished rather than brand new model. Consider walking, riding a bike, or taking the cheapest available means of transport. Like so many things in life, budgeting and saving are skills that take time and practice to get just right. If you find yourself making mistakes or going over budget now and then, don't worry. You can make adjustments to get back on track. Just keep focusing on building healthy financial habits that will serve you for many years to come.
4. Start investing now. The sooner you start investing, the more time your money will have to build interest. You'll also have to invest less money to reach your retirement goals if you start at an early age. Investing is a lot simpler than you think. You can invest by buying animals and leave them under the care of your siblings while you are at university. Be creative and look around you. There may be something worth investing in. 5. Get a part-time job. There are many advantages to work while you are in university. It looks great when you begin to apply for jobs, especially if you can find work in your field. Finding a part-time job will make it easier to manage your money and gain work experience while in school. Be careful as you make the choice of doing part-time jobs. These jobs should not make you drop out of school and, most importantly, should not contradict with your university schedule. If you are an evening student, you may consider working for a restaurant nearby your university during day. The power is in your hands. Do what works for you.
We have come to the end of this module. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. So keep working on these habits every day. As a student, you may not have a ton of extra money now, but making smart decisions about how to pay for university could help you keep more of your hard-earned money after you graduate. If you follow these tips, you shall be able to create a healthy balance and a solid financial foundation for the future. This marks the end of our modules for this series. We hope these modules have been helpful for you. We hope that you will work with your mentor or teachers to go over any other topics of interest to you. Thank you so much for your patience and commitment, and we wish you success in the short term and in the long term. It has been a great pleasure guiding you through these modules, and all good wishes to you. Thank you.